Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today is Saturday the 25th of January 2020. My name is Dan Kita from Thailand. In this video, I like to talk about the true Dharma or Nirvana for only people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who wants to attain Nirvana in this life, you have to listen to me early, because I have attained Nirvana for past 16 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth attain Nirvana in this life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? It's up to you. You know, the story I will say the following were everything I have already said. I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process, because the idea is the heart of quenching suffering. If anyone can know their own thoughts, that means you find a way to avoid suffering, not to more to study than this. Please bear in mind. The topic to speak in this video is The topic to speak in this video is what's that the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? I say the topic to speak in this video is what's that the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? Please take a look. I say, what does the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? You know, the word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering. Can you understand me? Can you understand me? What does the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering. Why did I say that? Let me explain. You know, we study the true Dharma in Buddhism in order to achieve Nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. We study the true Dharma in Buddhism in order to achieve Nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. Please take a look. I say, we study the true Dharma in Buddhism in order to achieve Nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. Why did I say that? Let me explain. You know, what you see now You see in the way you see. And what you hear now. What you see and hear now, you see and hear at the same time. You hear in the way you hear. And you see in the way you see. It's end as you see. It's end as you hear. What you see or hear now, it doesn't mean anything. It's not be anything. But in the reality of true Dhamma in Buddhism, we call what you see now is mean. It's something happened to the mind for awareness or mental phenomena. What you see now, it doesn't mean a man standing. The word a man standing is just the fictional language we were taught to believe. What you see now is mean a man standing. The meaning of the word a man standing does not really exist. It's just a fictional language for understanding communication temporarily. I say, what does the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering. Let me explain. You know. The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering, but it means everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self does not really exist. Everything on this earth is an impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. Everything on this earth is an impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. Can you understand me? Everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? The word Dukkha in Buddhism is mean what you see or hear now is an impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. What you see now, it doesn't mean our true self. It doesn't mean my body. It doesn't mean anything. In reality of true Dhamma, what you see now, we call it just something happened to the mind for awareness. Can you understand me? The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering. If you can understand in this talk, no one suffering, no one happiness. The Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. The Buddha taught people attain nirvana in this life. Achieving nirvana is the end of all suffering because there's no cause to be born anymore. Can you understand me? I say we study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. Please take a look again. You know, what you see or hear now in everyday life is an impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. For example, you know, when a child is born, it's become a baby. Then from a baby become a boy, and then a boy become a teenage, and teenage become adult, and then adult become an old man. Finally, everyone on this earth must die. Can you understand me? This is impermanent because it's deteriorated. When the child is born, it become, when a child is born, we call a baby become a boy become a teenage become adult become an old man, and finally, old man, or everyone on this earth must die. This is an impermanent because it's deteriorated. What you see now, it doesn't mean human being. It doesn't mean anything. What you see now, even me and you, we are not be a human being. We are just something happened to the mindful awareness. Can you understand me? Where can I find our true self? The word our true self is just a fictional language for communication, understanding temporarily. Where can I find the meaning of our true self? The meaning of our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? As I told you, we study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. We study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. The Buddhism cannot solve life's problem because our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? Those who are interested in Buddhism lack wisdom and misunderstood because they believe this is myself, this is our true self. No, not at all, because you lack wisdom and misunderstood. Where can I find myself, our true self? The word myself, our true self is just a fictional language. The meaning of our true self does not really exist. There is a thought want to say this is myself, this is our true self. It's in your thought, it's in my thought. The meaning of our true self is in your thought, it's in my thought. It's invisible. You know. We study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering because our true self does not really exist. As I told you, those interested in Buddhism lack wisdom and misunderstood. They believe that this is myself, this is our true self. Because they lack wisdom and misunderstood. Can you understand me? You know. The word Dukkha in Buddhism means everything on this earth is an impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. Everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? As I told you, we study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. We study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. You know, the Buddha taught, when we die and we born again with a new body, Our new body, it may not be a human. It may be an animal, maybe a devil, or maybe born in hell. But if we are lucky, back to be born again as a human, we may be crippled, such as be deaf and dumb, be a blind man, be a madman. Can you understand me? Although we born again as normal person, we must fight food hunger. The Buddha thought food hunger is the most suffering disease. Food hunger is incurable disease. If there's no food to eat, we will die. And of course, you must find a losing of something you love, such as your father and mother died, son and daughter died. You may be find a losing of your property, such as losing a car, losing a house, or losing a land. You know, people who consider along as I said, over and over again, they will afraid of death and reincarnation. And finally, they decided to attain nirvana this life. How to attain nirvana? It's very simple. Listening with concentration is the life practice. Don't make meditation and mindfulness training categorically. You have to listen to me only. Because I have attained nirvana for past 16 years, I'm ready to help everyone on this earth attain nirvana this life. I'm ready. But are you ready? Can you stand me? As I told you, we study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. The Buddhism cannot solve life's problem. The Buddhism cannot solve life's problem because our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? This story is very easy to understand, or maybe hardly impossible to understand, because you have never heard someone say like this before. Can you understand me? If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand this story as much as possible. When you listen to me, you must try to understand. You must consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain nirvana this life. The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering because our true self does not really exist. Can you tell me? Our true self does not really exist. Everything on this earth is an impermanent because it's deteriorate all the time. We cannot control everything on this earth. We cannot control everything on this earth because everything on this earth is an impermanent. It's deteriorate all the time. And the most important is our true self does not really exist. Can you understand me? In this talk, I want you to understand the Buddha taught people attain nirvana this life. Attain nirvana is the end of all suffering. Attain nirvana is the end of all suffering. The Buddha taught people attain nirvana this life. Can you understand me? Achieving nirvana is the end of all suffering. because there no cause to be born anymore. It's very easy to understand. The Dhamma practice, the correct Dhamma practice in Buddhism, it doesn't mean meditation. It doesn't mean mindfulness training. No. It doesn't mean mindfulness. I show you like this. It's just a body gesture. It's just a body movement. This body gesture, it doesn't mean mindfulness training. And this body gesture, and this body gesture, it doesn't mean meditation. I want to ask you, when you meditate, have you ever reached to the peace of mind? When you meditate, have you ever reached to the peace of mind? No, not at all. You just do the gesture. You just do the body gesture of meditation. In reality, this body gesture, it doesn't mean meditation. It's just a body movement. It's just a body gesture. But we were taught to believe this body gesture is mean meditation. Where can I find? Where can I find the meaning of meditation? The meaning of meditation is such a fictional language. It has no meaning as we understand it. The meaning of meditation is does not really exist. Can you understand me? In this talk, I don't teach you anything, but I don't teach you to believe me. But I try to talk to you first and about the various idea or thought process. Those interested in Buddhism lack wisdom and misunderstood. They believe that this is our true self. Can you understand me? Our true self does not really exist. The word Dukkha in Buddhism, it doesn't mean we are suffering. The conclusion in this talk is, I say, what does the word Dukkha in Buddhism mean? The word Dukkha, it doesn't mean we are suffering, because our true self does not really exist. And we study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. The Buddhism cannot solve life's problem because our true self does not really exist. Please take a look again. And again, as I told you, the word Dukkha, it doesn't mean we are suffering because our true self does not really exist. No one suffering, no one happiness. We study the true Dhamma in Buddhism in order to achieve nirvana in this life. Nothing more to study than this. The Buddhism cannot solve life problem because our true self does not really exist. Please bear in mind.